In this video, I'm going to tell you the inspiring story of how James helps a homeless young man, Daniel, who later becomes a successful architect. In gratitude, Daniel builds a community center, proving that kindness returns tenfold. Hey there, my amazing friends! Welcome back to my channel. It's me, your friend, Teacher Sam, and I'm so excited to have you here today. Today's story isn't just any story, it's a powerful way to boost your English skills and learn faster. As we explore the journey of James and Daniel, you'll discover new words and phrases in context. Storytelling is one of the best ways to improve your English naturally, helping you remember words and use them with confidence. By the end of this video, you'll not only improve your listening and comprehension, but also learn 3 powerful moral lessons and 5 essential vocabulary words to boost your speaking skills. So, stay with me until the end. Are you ready? Let's get started. James Carter was no stranger to hardship. A retired teacher in his late 60s, he lived a quiet life in the small town of Willowbrook. He spent most of his days tending to his modest garden, reading old classics, and occasionally volunteering at the local library. Though he found solace in his routine, he often felt the pang of loneliness after his wife passed away 5 years ago. One chilly evening, as James was walking home from the library, he spotted a young man sitting on a park bench, shivering in the cold. His clothes were worn, his shoes tattered, and his face bore the weight of exhaustion. Without hesitation, James approached him. "Son, are you all right?" he asked gently. The young man, startled, looked up. His name was Daniel. He had come to Willowbrook searching for work. After losing everything in a city far away, he had no family to turn to and nowhere to go. James, feeling an inexplicable pull toward this stranger, invited Daniel to his home for a warm meal and a place to sleep for the night. James prepared a hearty dinner, something he hadn't done for another person in years. As they ate, Daniel shared his story. He had once been an ambitious student with dreams of becoming an architect, but life had dealt him an unfair hand. A series of unfortunate events had left him homeless and hopeless. James listened intently. He saw potential in Daniel, something many might have overlooked. "Life has a way of testing us, but you're not alone," James said. "Stay here until you get back on your feet." Daniel, overwhelmed by the kindness of a stranger, could barely speak. He nodded, tears threatening to spill. In the weeks that followed, Daniel proved to be hardworking and determined. He took odd jobs around town, saving every penny he could. James taught him practical skills, from budgeting to carpentry, and encouraged him to rekindle his passion for architecture. One day, James came home to find Daniel studying blueprints he had borrowed from the library. His eyes sparkled with a determination James hadn't seen before. "You really love this, don't you?" James asked. "More than anything," Daniel admitted. That night, James made a decision. He contacted an old friend who ran a small construction firm in the neighboring town. After hearing Daniel's story, the friend agreed to give him a chance as an apprentice. With renewed hope, Daniel worked tirelessly at his new job. He soaked up knowledge like a sponge, impressing everyone with his dedication and natural talent. As months passed, he climbed the ranks, gaining confidence and experience. Throughout it all, James remained his mentor, cheering him on from the sidelines. Then, one day, an incredible opportunity arose. A prestigious firm in the city was holding a design competition. The winner would receive a scholarship to a top architecture school. "Enter," James urged him. "You've got nothing to lose." Daniel hesitated, but with James's unwavering belief in him, he took the leap. Months later, the results were announced. Daniel had won. His design, inspired by the very town that had given him a second chance, had captivated the judges. His life changed overnight. He was offered a full scholarship, a mentorship under a renowned architect, and a promising future. But before he left for the city, he had one last thing to do. He bought a piece of land in Willowbrook and built a beautiful home, one with an extra room, always open to those in need, just as James had opened his home to him. Years later, James, now in his 70s, received an invitation. It was from Daniel. When he arrived, he was led to a grand building, one that bore a plaque, the Carter Community Center. Daniel, now a successful architect, had built it in honor of the man who changed his life. The center provided shelter, education, and opportunities for those in need. Tears filled James's eyes as he read the inscription, in gratitude to James Carter, whose kindness proved that one good deed can change the world. As Daniel stood beside him, he whispered, "You gave me a second chance. This is my way of saying thank you." James smiled, his heart full. One simple act of kindness had returned to him tenfold, proving that no good deed ever goes unnoticed. Now let's look the moral lessons from the story. 1. Kindness creates ripples of change. A small act of generosity can transform someone's life, and the kindness we show may come back to us in unexpected ways. 2. Believe in others' potential. Encouraging and supporting others in difficult times can help them unlock their hidden talents and achieve greatness. 3. Gratitude leads to giving back. True gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It is about using the opportunities we receive to help others in need. This story beautifully illustrates the power of compassion and how a single act of kindness can create a ripple effect that transforms lives. James Carter, a retired teacher, extended a helping hand to Daniel in his darkest hour, expecting nothing in return. Through his selfless generosity, he not only gave Daniel a second chance, but also reignited his passion and purpose. In gratitude, Daniel honored James by building a community center that would continue the cycle of kindness, proving that good deeds never go unnoticed. This heartwarming tale reminds us that even the smallest act of kindness can leave a lasting impact, shaping the future in ways we could never imagine. Ultimately, the story teaches us that giving to others not only enriches their lives but also brings immeasurable fulfillment to our own. Now, let's look at these 5 vocabulary words and how to use them in a sentence. 1. Hardship, meaning a difficult or unpleasant situation. How to use hardship in a sentence. Example: despite facing hardship, Daniel never gave up on his dreams. 2. Solace, meaning comfort in times of sadness or distress. How to use solace in a sentence. Example: James found solace in reading books after his wife passed away. 3. Determination, meaning the strong will to accomplish something despite difficulties. How to use determination in a sentence. Example: Daniel's determination to succeed led him to become a successful architect. 4. Apprentice, meaning a person who works under someone to learn a trade or skill. How to use apprentice in a sentence. Example: Daniel started as an apprentice at a small construction firm before rising to success. 5. Gratitude, meaning a feeling of thankfulness. How to use gratitude in a sentence. Example: Daniel built the Carter Community Center as a gesture of gratitude toward James. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment on the moral lesson you learned from this video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.